for a minute. It's coming. It's coming, bro. It's definitely coming. You know that.
Oh, Funky said he got something for us. He gonna send it to me tomorrow.
No. Oh, that's gonna nigga goose.
See that light, man. You gonna make me dig in my crates and bust a motherfucker.
Is it time yet?
Nah, we got a couple seconds, man. We got a couple seconds, man.
Is it time to go?
Not yet.
Tell me when to go.
We got like 30 seconds
You
after
ready?
this soon. It's
My
on
man said,
you,
Tell
then.
me when to go.
Is you ready, handsome?
It's on
Let's get
you,
it.
then, man. It's on you.
Let's get it, bro.
Go ahead.
Are we rocking?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yep. 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 Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. It's your boy B Matt. Yo.
Had to get you in there, man. We always talk. I said, I gotta get B in there. Oh shit. Okay, you letting off? They shooting.
But listen, man, why not? Man, why not? You might as well, man. Listen.
That part.
Hold on. Thank you. Once again, it's Tuesday night, man. It's your boys, man. You're now rocking with the best, man. It's the Friday Nights podcast, man. Give me a pound. Pound your boy.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
I heard
Pound
that.
your boy. Pound your boy.
I heard that, man. I heard that.
Just
Fresh.
happened.
We here, baby.
Hello. How are ya?
Oh!
That's how we started off.
You know.
That's how we started off,
Fresh?
man.
We at
We
Fresh?
at the East Square Cigar Lounge, 3616 Kirkwell Highway, better known as home.
Mark in the building.
Good brother Mark in the building,
My
man. How you
guy.
doing, big bro? Oh, I know you home. Shout outs.
Hey, stop betting against my boys, man. I'm gonna take all your expensive cigars. You heard?
Man, we gotta hear this shit all week, go. We gotta hear this shit all week,
You
go.
heard?
But listen, let's not stand on ceremony here, man. It's your boys, man. We are back again. It is Tuesday night, man. Once again, we are live. You heard where we from. We're back again, man. It's your boy P, Automatic P, Uncle P, over here, Young Boy, all that shit.
P.
Coach
Yeah,
P,
all the
P you
P's,
can
man.
think about,
Shit.
man.
Android
You know what I
P.
mean? Just
P.
anything, man.
If it's a
Anything.
P, it's him.
It's me, all that shit, man. E-Way all day, man. BDD,
Sheesh.
100%, man. We are back in the building, man. B Mac.
Eat way all day. Hey, yo, listen. I gotta put the E up, man, like regular. I mean, so what up, good people? Thanks for walking with us. Appreciate you. We got little bro in the building. We got Jay in the building. Appreciate you. We got Fran in the building.
OG.
Yeah, man, the OG. Yeah, me. Listen, we're gonna start it off. We're gonna talk about a little something they call cancel culture. Right? So
Can we get a sound effect for
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
good
give me
brother?
one, give me
Yeah.
Sound
one,
effect
man.
for the
Give me-
cancel culture,
just real
man.
quick, just a little something.
This is what they do, man. This is what they do.
Damn.
You dug in the crates for that one, baby.
So listen, you know, most recently we had Lil Boosie on the hot seat for talking about Lil Nas X and his little, you know what I mean. Then we got the baby. They try to cancel the baby or can't. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So this whole cancel culture, man, is it is it misguided outrage or is it legit power that these folks got where they just get canceled, motherfucker, and it's over for you? Talk to me.
Listen.
Okay, go
Listen
ahead.
to me.
No. Go fresh. Go off, fresh.
I believe there is a cancel culture, and in some cases it's needed and warranted.
Okay.
Okay.
But like most things in life, it is somewhat selective.
Describe when you say selective.
Okay,
be specific here.
I'll also say you can make the case that it is misguided. I won't argue that. You know, in some points it is misguided. But I also think cancel culture is relative to person, people, or entity. And do they have enough resources to truly cancel someone? So I'm putting all that into a nutshell to say, I absolutely think there is a cancel culture. But I've been looking at it in reality, and I'm saying, well, some people you just can't cancel if you don't have enough resources, if you don't have enough manpower, you don't have enough people, we don't believe you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So some of those people may fall in, or they may need to be canceled. Some of those people, most of those people are rightfully so. They've had enough people behind them to say, you know what, you can't cancel them. You won't cancel them. So, is there a cancel culture? Yes. Is it misguided? I would say you ain't got to argue me on that. It is misguided. I do think it is misguided in some instances, but it's warranted in some instances. But what I will say mainly about it, cancel culture is selective.
True.
Cancel culture is selective.
Shout out to the brother Darrell Lively who just said the same thing. Shout out to June on the check-in. Shout out to Nardo. Shout out to Delisha on the check-in.
So listen. So let's put a definition on it, right? Let's put a definition on it, because ultimately, what cancel culture is it's the modern day form of ostracism,
Right.
you know.
Okay.
Or we can say it's a form of accountability for the masses. It's the voice of the masses, so to speak. Whether it's misguided or not, it's a form of ostracism powered by the voice of social media, we can say, right?
Somewhat.
True.
Yeah, true.
So because ultimately what it comes down to is the cancel culture speaks through our social media mediums, right? Whether it be Twitter, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Snapchat, TikTok, whatever you want to call it. That's who they speak through, right?
That's where you find. That's where more of your voice is at.
Right. It's an unpoliced medium that they speak through, and it's their ability. It's the masses' ability to decide who we gonna ostracize at any point in time. Now, like the brother said, is it misguided or is it on target? I don't know because you got to balance free speech.
Right.
You know, censorship.
Speak on it.
You got to throw all that in there as well, because if you're going to have cancel culture, you know, the ability to ostracize somebody, then ultimately, aren't you practicing a form of censorship?
I mean, pretty much. That's I actually think that's a step above censorship.
Is it so when you say it's a step above censorship, are you saying it because there's true power there, or no?
Well, not necessarily. I say that because censorship is just pretty much.
Let me see that flame. Let me see that.
Censorship is pretty much. Shout out to Light Bright Cunningham in the building.
Hey,
Sis Monet, how
what's
you
up,
doing?
fam?
How you doing,
With the
fam?
lime green.
Lime
I love
green.
it. I love that
Look at-
sweatsuit.
With
I
the
love it. I
We
love
can't-
it. I
we
love
can't
it.
miss you.
We
We
can't
can't miss you,
I love
sis.
it.
I need a highlighter real quick.
That's a boss look. That's a boss look.
Monet
you doing
and
that.
Jay's
You
house is
looking
in
like
the
you
building.
Jay's
straight
house.
from early '90s with that look.
Right,
I love
Monet
it. I love it.
and
Hold
Jay's
on,
house
hold
is in
on,
the
hold on,
building.
real quick. What kind of sneaks you got on?
Nigga, everyone.
Okay, say less.
I wouldn't say that unless you had the
Okay,
whole,
say
the whole
less.
content.
I had to make sure.
The entire
I had to
content.
make sure.
Come on now.
You got the Nike sweatsuit. You can't have nothing else but the ones. Okay, you got that.
My
You got that.
fundraiser is Saturday.
Saturday fundraiser, Jay's house.
12 to 5.
12 to 5, House of Laughs.
House of Laughs.
House of
Fuck.
Laughs.
No,
Say that.
You're not just gonna drop that on
And
us.
my truck school opens.
Oh,
Nah. First of all, the fundraiser for
Jay's house.
Jay's
we're
house.
On a building. Trying to get a building so we can have a community center
Okay.
for families and kids with disabilities.
Okay, I like it.
Specializing in autism. You know our kids can't go to the
Right, right.
True.
Right,
I like
So
it.
we could get them something.
I like it. I like it.
Man, shout out
Listen,
to our
listen.
sis Monet, man.
Real quick, because I want you to do. Log in real quick and drop it on the joint. You know what I'm saying?
drop that joint
Drop
on.
that,
Yeah.
drop all
Yeah.
that info on
That's
the, on-
important.
on-
That's
on the
important.
joint real quick.
That's very important.
With your hustler, with your
All right.
90s hustler
Yeah,
sweatshirt.
yeah. She like
whole
she
content,
like her
man.
boyfriend can eye you up a OZ.
She just came from Aramingo Ave.
Black Chamber member of the month.
Ooh, you know what? Now we shouting all that out around here.
Okay.
We shouting all that out around
Okay.
here.
Okay, she did that.
Say less. Say
Sis
less.
Monet.
She did
Say
that.
less.
She
So
did
listen.
that.
So hold on. Let's get back to the task at hand. So let's get back to the task at hand. We left off on true power or misguided anger.
So, what I was saying is, I think it's more than censorship, because censorship is strictly censoring what you say, how you say it. Whereas, this cancel culture shit, these cats just get rid of you. They get you the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Let's not say these cats, the
Like-
masses, the public opinion.
Okay.
Public opinion. Yeah,
These-
let's just
these
let's call
cats.
it what it is. Yeah.
These cats get you the fuck up out of here. Public opinion, the masses, whatever you want, refer to it as. If you come at them wrong, a certain population.
We know the population.
Who
No. It's anybody. It could be
It's
anybody.
anybody.
It could be
You
anybody.
will.
It's
They
not
will
just one
get you the
demographic.
fuck out of here.
But we know
It,
Period.
Nah. Honestly, JT, it could be anybody, bro.
It could be
Because
anybody.
cancel culture applies to anybody. It could be okay. It could be. It's based on a form of political correctness, but it's not just. I know where you going. I know
Yep.
where you going.
And you ain't wrong.
You're not wrong. They are. Listen, they are the Jamaica of cancel culture. They are the Jamaican track team of cancel culture, but it's not necessarily them, because there are other examples that we'll get into regarding cancel culture that will show you that it's not necessarily just that particular segment or that particular demographic of individuals. You know what I mean? So, fresh.
Is to me, to speak on the misguided part of it is, to me, I always like to think everything in life is like your cousin. It's relative. Because if you asking me about cancel culture, I say, all right, cool, no problem. What did this person do? If they did, if they had an offense good enough to cancel them, all right, can you really cancel them? Now, we can say that, okay, you don't like their jokes, or you don't like something they said, or you don't like their music, but can you actually shut them down? Because I'll use Dave Chappelle as an example.
Okay.
He's receiving a lot of heat for some things that he said.
He's the hot button child.
He's very hot button right now for the cancel culture and things of that nature. But if you ask me, I don't think the opposition that wants him canceled is actually strong enough. They're a formidable opponent, but I'm not sure if they're actually strong enough or have the resources enough to cancel Dave Chappelle.
When you say resources, define resources.
Well, resources is it's not just the people that's going to oppose a certain or before a certain view. When it comes to resources, it means, okay, well, can you shut people down from actually stopping you from what you do and making a living?
Okay. That's power, though.
That's power.
To shut your shit down. That's
Right,
power,
and that's what I'm
though.
saying. That's what
Yeah.
cancel culture is, and to speak on your point, that's different from censorship. Now, if you actually have the power and the resources to shut somebody down and actually cancel them, then they are canceled. But if you say, "Oh, we want to cancel somebody," and you put up a good fight, and that person just says, "No, you can't cancel me," then what? You know, so there is a cancel culture, but there also has to come a point where I can't, me myself, I probably couldn't cancel Donald Trump by myself, even though he probably needs to be canceled. If I was just running around with one sign by myself, I couldn't get him canceled. So there is a cancel culture, but you also have the resources behind it to actually cancel someone if that's how strong you feel about someone's actions or behaviors or something they say.
So let
Shout
me
out
ask you a
Jab
question.
Pin on the check-in.
So let me ask you a question.
I'm listening.
Okay. So are we losing free speech with cancel culture?
I would say no. I would say no because honestly,
No, not. Are we losing free speech with cancel culture, bro?
Oh, you asking me? He was in the middle of answering your question.
I know, but I want you to answer.
Oh shit, you ain't like his answer. Cool.
I want you to answer. You got America's team hat on. I want you to answer. And you're in the middle. Why not?
I think so. I think you could say that because it's like, where do you draw the line between free speech and you saying too much, we gonna cancel you? You know what I'm saying? Like I get the whole, you know, when you offend people, and that's what it normally is. Normally, is you offending a population, you're offending a certain demographic of people, and they want to get you the fuck out of here, right? But where do you draw the line between, hey man, I'm just speaking my motherfucking truth. I'm just speaking, you know, my opinion and my shit. So why can't it just be that? Why can't it be just my opinion? Because my opinion is my fucking opinion. You gotta agree with it. That's why it's my fucking opinion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where do you draw the line between my opinion and he going too far? Let's cancel this nigga.
Fresh. Are we losing free speech?
now
we losing free
there are
speech?
parts of that I totally agree with, good brother. We are in a fight for free speech. But what I'll say is, a lot of people who said some things offensive, that's in a gray area. A lot of people who've done some things offensive, that's pretty much a black and white thing. And they've just gone in and canceled them. But I can't say they've canceled Kevin Hart. I can't say they've canceled.
We're gonna get
They
to
tried.
that. No,
Right,
we're gonna
that's-
get to that.
they
No,
tried.
we're gonna get
Tried.
some specific
And
examples
that's
of
what
that.
I'm
We're
saying,
gonna get into that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
Some shit to address, and when it's time
comes
to
your
address,
free
we're gonna get
speech-
into it.
When it comes to your free speech, and I speak specifically to this free speech.
Shout out Lamar Kelly in the
Rock
check.
Though-
in.
Smooth
even
playing.
though I don't agree with this
Shout out to
free
my nigga
speech,
Court, man. Love you.
you know, moniker, I totally agree with, and I still think that, okay, well, even though, let's say Dave Chappelle said what he said, nobody's locking him up or demonizing him or trying to criminalize what he said. What you said, okay, well, you got to deal with what you said, and that's where cancel culture comes in. Cancel culture doesn't have law; it doesn't stand by policy. So, if you don't have the policy to back you up with your issue, you have to have the manpower and the resources to actually cancel this person.
So let's understand though, because now, as opposed to, let's say, okay, so the social media advent hit when? In your opinion, the social media advent may have hit when, in terms of being able to say, okay, everybody has a voice. When would you say?
Early 2000s.
Would you say early 2000s?
So I would say about 20
because
years.
before then it was more or less underground scuttlebutt, you know. Now we have the ability to really, you know, or those that have a voice. Let me not even say that. Everybody has a voice via social media, because something could be trending. If enough people have a voice, it trends. So that kind of snowballs into the cancel culture. This would you say? Now they got a platform and they have a conduit to make their voice heard.
I always say this to
The
anybody
masses,
who's willing
the
to
masses,
listen.
so to speak.
Always say this. I say, I have a problem with free speech. And they say, well, you have a problem with free speech. I said, this is why. If there was somebody who was actually...
Whoa.
Okay, I'm listening.
Whoa, time out. Whoa, time out. Because that's big. That's big. You said you got a problem with free... You being a nigga from the 90s growing up in the Two Live Crew era. I just want to set the stage because I want my brother. I do want you to understand. My brother came up in the era of where we dealt with the first forms of censorship with the Two Live Crew, NWA, and things of that nature. Proceed, bro.
Now, I always like to say this to anybody who's willing to listen. They always say, you know, the moniker about free speech is, I may not agree with what you say, but I'll defend your right to the death for you to have that right to say. Cool, no problem. Now, there are probably 90% of things that I would agree with. Okay, I'm cool with that. But let's just say if someone has, and I can speak to a specific, but I can speak generally. If someone is teaching their children about being a Nazi or about the Confederacy, I don't think that you should be allowed to take that speech, because we've learned that speech and that type of mentality and that type of talk and that type of thought process breeds to nothing but hate and violence and bad times and bad terms, and actually they lost. So it can actually be contributed to treason.
Bad terms for who?
Right. Now here's the thing I say. If that is going to be allowed, if you're going to allow people to teach people hate speech and that be publicly displayed, you have to let a lot of other things be publicly displayed as well. That's why I say I have a problem with free speech, because, okay, we all say that we have the right to speak on whatever we want to speak on. Got you. But we all have to deal with the consequences on what we speak of. Now, I would suggest that you speak and talk to people, hey man, tell them positive stuff, tell them true stuff, and speak in a certain way. But we also know that everybody doesn't do that. They preach a different type of mentality to whoever is willing to listen to them. And it's allowed to be public.
Okay.
So
But that's because that's the big thing. Public.
it's allowed to be public.
It's a public.
So if
it's a
you're-
public
if-
forum
if
through our
you're-
social media
Right.
platforms.
If you're spewing nothing but Heil Hitler, if you're spewing nothing but Confederacy, I think that you should only be allowed to spew that in your house, in the comfort of your own home. And since the internet and the World Wide Web, www, is public throughout the world, you should not be able to post that type of stuff publicly.
So let me ask a question.
I'm listening.
So with that being said, let's remove cancel culture. Does the social media platform and the voice that social media gives us provide a different level of accountability?
Well, no, because no. Because the people was always going to say what they was going to say. It's just now you have a different platform and medium for everybody to listen to you. All I'm saying is
But there's
is
a
that-
response now.
Right,
Now
exactly.
there's an equal and opposite response.
If
where,
you was saying
know,
if you was sitting in an Elks Lodge that didn't have internet capabilities, and
Shout out to
nobody-
the Elks Lodge.
Right,
Damn
you-
it, man.
I couldn't be mad at you for saying that, but once you go public with your hate speech, once you go public with your worldwide with your nonsense and rhetoric, Nazism and all that kind of stuff, we all know that leads to nothing but bad terms, bad times, and stuff like that. So I'm like, if you can display that publicly, which I totally disagree with, then I actually have to say, okay, well, everything has to. That's the worst of the worst. If you're speaking to me, the Nazi stuff.
But there's some people who would disagree that leads to bad times. There's some people who would disagree.
Yeah,
with
but
that.
I would say there are also bad people as well, and we know that
What is bad? What is bad people?
Anybody, I put it like this: if you,
it's all about perspective. That's
No,
that's a
here's
good
the
question.
thing.
Because the people that follow Hitler, he wasn't a bad guy.
but we all know that he's
wasn't
a bad guy, though.
Who's we all? Us three here know that.
And that's what I'm saying.
Let's keep
But
in mind
there's a
perspective. Let's keep in mind
demographic that would disagree
perspective.
with everything you're
Yeah.
saying.
I know they would. I understand they would disagree with me, but I would definitely say that they are wrong in their assessment.
Trump was elected president because enough
Right.
people felt as though he
Right.
wasn't a bad guy.
And I actually think that there was a percent of things that he shouldn't been able to say publicly. publicly, he shouldn't be. No, you. If you say it in your house, if you say it in the comfort of people who think like you, that's fine. But you cannot bring that public, because that has never led to anything good or anything like that for the whole greater good of society.
So is it
made me-
racism that so you saying cancel culture is beneficial when it comes to racism?
It's
That
not
that
just
segment of
racism,
free
but
that
classism,
segment of free speech.
sexism,
Okay.
all of those things. And like I say, it's selective. It's
Okay.
selective,
Okay.
because I could want to cancel someone and don't have the resources to cancel them. But
cancel culture is cancel culture. They have the can if
Yeah.
enough people cancel culture is once again enough people getting behind a belief and cause to decide this particular rhetoric is unacceptable. That's basically what we're dealing with.
right, but if you can't actually cancel a person, then what did you
Goddamn,
actually
I'm
do?
eloquent. God damn, I'm so eloquent.
Yes, you are. And that's what I'm saying.
I
But
love
at the same
myself.
time, oh man, we got a
My
brother in the
in
house.
building, man. My brother. Oh man, I can't let this guy loose on the mic.
Nathaniel!
Can't let this guy loose on the mic. That's my brother. Yo, you just hold on. You just missed Pete Rock and CL Smooth, bro. I just shouted my baby out, man. You what? I called you. I conjured him up, man, like an evil spell.
Hey, Mark.
Proceed, bro.
It's
Proceed.
just when it comes to free speech, you know, I think 90% of what's said, you know, publicly, I'm okay
Special
with.
occasion, man. My
Hey.
baby in the building, man.
Hey, whatever he drinking, I got it.
But when you go into
Mark.
when you go into a mentality, or when you go into a thought process or speech that we all knows that leads to bad times and bad terms for the majority of people, that should not be allowed to be displayed or spoken of publicly. In my own opinion, I'm like, if you want to speak on Nazi stuff or Confederacy stuff, that should not be allowed to be displayed publicly.
Okay, so let's give some specific examples of cancel culture.
Okay.
Specificity.
Boosie!
Let's go.
Can you
Boosie?
cancel Boosie though?
Can you? I don't know. That's what we're here to talk. Can
Because
you?
he's still out there.
Can you?
Doing his thing.
Boosie has made
Shout out.
specific viewpoints about how he feels about a specific segment
Good brother, can I
of
get
our
another
society.
yellow, please? Appreciate it.
He has made specific degrading, well, what would be considered degrading comments about our, you know, a specific segment of society. Now, with that being said, this is a different viewpoint and perspective. This is open conversation, and that man has his own feelings. How he feels about a specific segment. Okay.
Okay.
Cancel culture tried to cancel him. Was it warranted or no? Was it hate speech or was it just his opinion? Because that's the line we treading here. Was it hate speech or was it just his opinion on how you feel about a certain segment of society?
I mean, I think it's both.
Appreciate it, good brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Because it's his opinion, but it's hateful as a motherfucker, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's...
Why is it hateful, bro? Let's dive, man.
listen,
Dive into that deep
two
end, man.
things can be-
The Olympic end of the pool. Dive in.
Two things can be true. I think it's his opinion. I think his opinion is hateful as shit. Because when you get to offending a certain population, then I guess you gotta call it hateful, or you gotta call it hate, or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
Because, you know, granted, I'm not part of that population, but I know people who are.
But we have
and
friends
I'm-
that are part of that
and I'm-
population.
And I'm close to people who are.
We have close
we can
homies
speak
that are
so-
part of that
we can
population.
speak from our own experience.
So it's like this. It's like, you know, I know for a fact that some people are offended by that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you're offending people, then to them that shit is hateful.
And
Regardless of what I think and you think, either to those people that shit is hateful. If you call me nigger, white people might not think it's hateful, but I might think it's, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
you always gotta you always gotta worry about us. Yo, chill, Earl. You always gotta worry about us, that certain demographic that you could potentially be offended.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm getting ready to hit the brakes on that, and I'm ready to fucking detour us all. There was a situation with a young lady with an extremely popular TV show. Okay, extremely popular TV show, Insecure. The young lady wore the colors of
That was corny.
a certain sorority, the AKAs. She is playing a fictional character on a fictional TV show. However, the outrage said, no, you cannot do that. Fuck no, hell no, that's our shit. No. Where are we at with that?
That shit was dumb.
Why?
shit was dumb.
Fresh, let him go. Why was it dumb, bro?
That shit was dumb because, first of all, it's a fucking TV show, right? It's fictional, meaning it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? She's a fucking character.
all my sorors
Listen,
and fraternities.
she's a
Chime in.
motherfucking-
How does that make you feel?
She's a fucking character on a fucking show, right? And there, all right, be easy. There, did you drop that shit on there?
I did.
All right.
Thank you, sis.
Their
Thank you,
their
sis.
issue was their issue was, from what I understand, is they were like people who were AKAs were feeling it with AKA were not sure if the show or the character was cleared to wear what she wore, right? Which is retarded also, because it's like it's a fucking show, so you have to believe that somewhere along the
Sorors
line
and fraternity
they're
members,
cleared.
man, chime in. I need to know how y'all feel about this.
If you, I'm gonna tell you this, if you were AKA and you were offended, you fucking asshole. I said what I said. You're stupid. Because, first of all, it's a very popular show, right? And if and nigga, if you drop one more bomb, I'm gonna tell Earl to swing on you.
Earl ain't gonna swing on me. He might
You
swing
right?
on you.
Nah, he won't swing on me.
That's
That's
baby,
my man.
That nigga
So
loves me,
so
man.
listen.
That's my guy. It's
Yes, yes.
As a right there, whoever got the highest price, as an AKA, if you,
wow.
if you weren't happy with the fact that your sorority was put on TV on one of the most popular shows on HBO and put in the spotlight, like how can you not
I don't
see
think
that
they
as
care.
Because they assholes. That's my opinion. That's what I'm saying. If you was offended by that, you're an asshole.
Let's let the record reflect. There is an organization.
They
Now,
stupid.
this is a chartered organization that literally had to get clearance from the show. Had to get clearance from them. So now the higher ups from that particular chartered organization had to clear that. They had to clear that in order for that to be shown. Now, with that being said, this is a fictional show. A fictional show. It's not like the individual herself is playing. It's not like the individual herself is faking, faking moves like she is a soror. This is a fictional character. I don't, help me out here. I know a lot of AKs. Listen, I know a lot of AKs.
If they was offended, they stupid. Even the ones you know, tell them I said they fucking stupid if they was offended about that shit.
What I don't
It's
understand is
retarded.
how some people don't understand that Hollywood equals entertainment. It's a lot of make believe behind it. It's a lot of fictional stuff based on true events.
Doesn't art imitate life though? Like, so you don't
Yes.
ever want your shit to be portrayed in
Right.
fictional situations? Art imitates life. I mean, so you think in fiction there's absolutely no sororities or no fraternities? That's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life, though.
So why are they?
Cause they stupid.
Lambda.
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 I put it like this, y'all. You could have been portrayed in way worse lights than what they were portrayed in.
I'm saying, what are some
So they could have been portrayed in way worse lights than what they were portrayed in.
Okay, so to answer the brother, there was a question of why they were offended. There was outrage that this sister showed up on the show with the colors and the shield. And they literally, like right now, the creators of the show are scrambling to kind of remove traces of her being. This is a character on the show.
They're not scrambling to move that. They not,
This is an organization that
they're
they
not
got clearance
scrambling to
from.
remove that shit.
Nah, they not.
They're not scrambling to do shit. They got clearance. All these motherfuckers that's it's an uproar. They dumb.
Shout out Amanda Seals, man.
And they
I feel
ass
sorry
out.
for you, baby.
They not scrambling to do shit. They got all the clearance they needed. They knew what the fuck they was doing. Ain't nobody scrambling to do shit. They letting these dumb motherfuckers talk. And they put out a statement saying it wasn't Amanda Seals. She's an actress in our show. We did this. You know what I'm saying? Man, get the fuck out of here.
What I was saying was, I'm like, I don't understand why people take it so literally. And I'm like, you could have been portrayed worse.
They're bored.
I mean,
And they stupid.
it's a lot of things that you can get attributed to, bored being one of them.
This is the problem.
That sense of entitlement, though.
Social media is giving a voice
Bless you.
to
Thank you.
the severe,
Voiceless.
subpar, mediocre people.
Facts.
Nobody want to hear what they got.
That's
to say.
real. Because
they just sitting up in their house in their pajamas.
looking for some shit to
complaining.
bitch about. So all these motherfuckers that was bitching about that shit, they was sitting up in their crib. Oh shit, this is my chance to bitch right here, and they fuck out of here, yo.
Man, look.
I don't want to talk about these assholes no more.
All right.
If you
Moving
was
on,
if
moving
you was
on.
AKA you was offended. Fuck you.
Okay, I'm gonna end it off like this. I
There
just
it
don't
is.
understand how. It's not as if she's portraying your shield, and let's say if she was, this is a fictional character. It's not like a reality show where somebody is faking like they a sorority member or a fraternity member. This is a fictional portrayal. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, nigga. What my brother said,
Come
man.
on,
That's some
man.
bullshit, man. Like, stop
Come on,
playing,
man. Like so nobody can portray any fraternity or sorority in a fictional setting.
and they did it in a good light. It ain't like
And that's
they
what I'm
did
saying.
nothing wrong.
That doesn't rise.
They got clearance.
Now they talk dirty. They did talk dirty about the Omega Psi Phi, about the bros. Fuck that shit.
Man, let's get in the car. Let's go. Moving
Fuck
on.
that shit. Moving on.
Moving on.
So I was watching something on TV, man, and somebody went to somebody's crib and they was like they had a bunch of food, soul food, and they was like, yeah, hey, take your plate, blah blah blah. And the boy was like, yo, I love pumpkin pie, let me get some. And everything froze, and the black people was like, nigga, this is sweet potato pie. What the fuck you mean pumpkin pie? So my first question is this. Have y'all ever had pumpkin pie? Because I never had that shit in my life. But listen, I got, like, when I was in the military, I had white friends, right? And they lived by pumpkin pie, swore by it. I've never had that shit. And I don't think I want it. Have y'all ever had pumpkin pie?
Yo,
You had that shit? It was trash? Say less.
I have had pumpkin pie and I've had sweet potato pie. Me personally, they kind of taste the same, but one big differential for me, one big out for me on pumpkin pie is I don't like the stringy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's made from actual pumpkin, so you put pumpkin in it.
Pumpkin from East Side? Shout out Pumpkin from
Shout out
East Side.
Pumpkin
Shout out to
from East Side.
Curtis's, man.
She be slaying that hair.
Yeah, man.
But what I'm saying is I don't really like the consistency of pumpkin pie. So if you ask me sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie, please give me sweet potato pie every day. I just don't like the consistency of pumpkin pie, even though they taste pretty similar. But it'll feel like you tasting like it'll feel like you eating pumpkin pie salad. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, this almost feels like a food to me. I ain't really with that. So I'm sweet potato pie all day.
Facts. I don't give a fuck about either one of them.
What the fuck?
I have.
Now you don't like pie?
No.
Nigga,
I
you don't like
had-
pie?
No, nigga. If you know me,
Look at our faces.
I
Like,
grew up in the South. I don't give a fuck about either one of them. I've had enough pumpkin
You grew
pie.
up in the South or you was born in the South?
I have, regardless. I've even it.
I'm just curious. Because I know you a lot of my life,
Now,
and I'm not from the South. So
I have
I'm
had
just
enough
curious.
pumpkin pie. I've had enough sweet potato pie. If I don't have another one of either one, I'm fine. Now, with
So
that
you've had
being
pumpkin
said,
pie. before.
Yeah, pumpkin pie. Yeah, I've had pumpkin pie. If I had a choice, sweet potato pie. But if I never have either one of them, I don't give a fuck.
I definitely say it's
I don't
cultural. It's different. I definitely
don't
say it's
care.
cultural.
So he's a lame, and we're gonna forget what he said because sweet potato pie is real. Fuck
Yeah, I
pumpkin
love
pie.
sweet potato pie, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, you.
Damn.
Yeah, you.
Just give me the taters.
Yeah, you can just give me sweet potatoes.
Hold on.
Just
over
give me the sweet.
pumpkins.
Just give me the sweet taters, man.
Just
I
give me
had both, and you, goddamn.
No. You're lame because you don't like want them, like them. That shit is whack.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck about either one
That's
of them.
what. That's
You
my
don't like
point.
pie?
That's whack. That's exactly.
fuck is
That's
that?
exactly my point. That shit is whack.
That's crazy. You don't
Like
like
how you
pie.
don't want sweet potato pie? That shit is lame.
Don't get mad at me
On
because I.
Thanksgiving, this nigga's lame.
Potatoes with the macaroni and cheese.
Right? Ooh, and mix it up.
Like you can just give me fluff. You can just give me fluff.
Okay.
Right, you can just give me sweet
So
potato
let
fluff.
the record reflect.
Like we like to call it
Let
in
the
the
record
black
reflect.
community.
Let the record reflect. Let the record reflect. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Let the record reflect. Let me clarify the statement. Unfortunately for me, eating sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie was literally like going in the fucking refrigerator and eating an apple. I ate it all my life. I don't give a fuck about either one of them. That's for
right.
you niggas to.
You said that already,
decide.
and our response is you're lame.
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga, you
Hey,
don't like
Yeah,
pie?
that's lame. That's what I
The
said.
fuck?
Yeah. That shit is.
I think I'm gonna put this cigar off on your forehead.
He eating apples and
shit is
shit.
whack.
He eating apples and shit.
Fuck.
Now apple pie, ho. Now,
No,
now
he said
apple
it's like
pie,
eating
now that's different. Now, give me some different shit. I've eaten pumpkin pie and apple pie, for a long time. It's nothing to me.
Pecan pie.
It's nothing to me.
What the fuck?
It's nothing to me.
Pecan pie.
It's nothing to me. I don't really care about
This
either
nigga in
one
the
of
background said
them.
pecan
I
pie.
don't
He's
give a fuck
from.
about either one of them.
Oh, he's from
If I want,
Georgia.
if
Nah,
I want,
listen,
if I
listen,
want a
listen.
sweet potato pie right now, I can have it
He's
on
from.
demand. It
He's
don't
from
matter.
Oakmont. He says pecan pie. That's Oakmont shit.
What?
Chill, bro.
Oh,
Chill, bro.
or they might call it pecan.
You're from Newcastle too,
now-
so that makes sense.
Oh, so
It all makes
So it's a
sense.
moratorium on pecan
It all
pie.
makes sense.
Yo, I eat white potato pie, so don't even start.
Bang.
hello,
My mom.
hello, my mom
You
get
ever
you
had
that white
mom's?
potato pie. I like that white potato pie, baby.
Woo! Well, pecan pie is. I never had that shit, but it sounds dumb.
You ain't gotta worry about that.
That's Newcastle shit. Fuck
All
that,
that
shit.
shit. I don't.
Exactly.
pies mean
Man,
Exactly.
how y'all
nothing
feel
to me.
about
It just
pecan
don't.
pie, man? It's
I've
from
had a
Newcastle.
bunch of pies. Like,
How y'all feel about pecan
nigga,
or
give me a
pecan
crimpy
pie, man?
I didn't eat
I
pies
don't
all
feel
my.
it,
Give me a
man.
give me
Shout
a
out-
honey bun.
shout out to
Give me a
Crimpus and Honey
tasty
Bun.
cake honey bun, bro.
Nah, the hostess. The hostess on it.
You want honey bun?
Man, give me a honey bun, bro. I'm sorry, man.
Clear or white glaze?
Give me the
The
ice.
glaze.
Give me the
The
ice.
hostess.
I don't
Give
even
me
give
the
a
hostess
fuck.
one
Just
with
give
the
me
glaze
one of
on
them.
it.
I don't
Yeah,
even-
give me the ice.
Nah.
Give me the white
Hold.
ice.
Now,
Give me-
it is.
I like
now, it is
Casey.
one
I like
thing.
honey buns.
Hold. Now, it is one thing that I destroy. Now, it's fucking old school Krispy Kremes and fucking tasty cake honey buns. Because I haven't been overexposed to that shit. I destroyed them.
Hey, yo.
For y'all probably had them shits your whole life.
Hey, yo.
I haven't.
Have
I
y'all
just-
ever had, and he'll remember because we had the same class. I want to say it was fourth grade. We used to actually have a class called snack.
What the fuck?
Yes.
We had a class
Yes,
called
indeed.
snack because we ate lunch so early in the
At
morning.
This is at Bancroft?
Bancroft, we had
Shut up, nigga. It's not your turn.
A class called
We
Fresh
had-
is
Snack?
talking.
We actually had
Talk to
a
him, Fresh.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm not dumb.
Why not have that class?
I'm trying to tell you.
Yo,
Nah,
man. Yo,
nah,
man.
nah.
Yo, man.
Yeah,
No.
that's like
man.
a dumb person class.
No, you.
Yo, man.
If you
That's a
if,
short
if you
bus
ate
class.
lunch, if you ate lunch 9:30 in the morning, you get snack 2:00. If you
Whoa.
no, I'm trying. Let
I'm
me
learning
explain.
something every day.
Let me explain.
Listen, I've known these two cats a long time, and I never knew
Phil, you
they
remember
took
we
the
had a class
retarded
called
class.
snack.
I
It was
vividly
called
remember.
I
snack,
never
dog.
knew. I just said it. I never knew they took the retarded class. Snack. They had a snack
Nah,
class. Come on,
that
man.
wasn't
Way
what it was
smarter
about.
than this nigga. Call it what you want.
The snack class.
You all know I'm extremely intelligent.
I got the Kevin Whiteface. I got the
Little butt nigga.
Fuck's wrong. This.
Where the helmet at?
I got the Kevin Hart face.
Hey Nate, they had the snack
Are you
class,
done,
bro.
Are you done?
Hey Nate, they had
you
the
done?
snack class.
Are you done?
Class too.
Are you done? Are we finished?
We did though. We did
Are you
though.
done?
Y'all got
Are you done?
Y'all got an A in the class.
Are you done? Is he done?
Hey, yo, hold
The
on.
funny thing.
They also went to geopolitical class a lot too.
No, okay. Let me.
You know why I went
Chill.
to
Nah, chill. I had it. I had that class. I had G.
You know what?
Chill.
Here's the funny.
Now going to Girafalco class is okay.
No, here's the funny
that
thing.
some shit?
They try to say yellow bus, all that.
Listen.
No.
But the brother Darrell,
I just walked in.
the brother Darrell loudly said, "I wouldn't tell nobody I had a class called snack." I'm with you.
No, let me
I'm with you,
explain.
good brother. Thank you.
Let me
It's
explain.
actual
I'm with you,
factual,
good brother.
Let
bro.
me explain.
Nah.
It's actual factual.
This is actual
Elaborate, Fresco.
Me and this good brother and another good brother of ours, Fife Dog, who out on the road, he probably in Mississippi or Montana
Shout
somewhere.
out Vash. What's up, bro?
We was all in the same class.
Lamar Kelly.
And because they said, okay, well, you guys might have some intellectual acumen.
So
we
we gonna
get-
get a snack class?
We give you the first early lunch class.
Y'all like smart snackers?
No,
What the fuck?
we want to hurry up and get you guys back to class. So our class, the first class ever.
That's
in
game,
band
B.
crawl.
They ran game on
This
you,
ain't
B.
game. This
That's
ain't
I
game.
take that game.
That's game,
No,
B.
it wasn't game because what it was, they said no.
I take that game.
They calling y'all
Still
fat.
remembers.
Next thing you know, y'all put cheese on honey bun.
You
It
feel
is,
it?
it is
Hey,
1983, motherfucker.
Basically, they was calling y'all fat.
It was
Let's give these fat niggas a snack
1983,
class.
and you giving me
Shout
a
out your
snack
kid.
class?
I'm cool with that.
Let's
You call me
go.
shit. But the explanation was since we supposedly had intellectual acumen, we want to give you more school
Allegedly.
and we give you lunch at like 9:30 in the morning.
First of all, First of all,
10 years old.
they took advantage of y'all.
Right after we
They
had
took
the
it-
first lunch class.
They took advantage of y'all, man. They gave y'all. So you ate breakfast at 8 and lunch at 9:30. They took advantage of y'all,
Took
bro.
advantage of me giving me snacks.
They took advantage of y'all.
But do you understand
Who
that?
can we give the?
love it.
Who can we give the 9 o'clock lunch to? Give it to the dumbass kids.
No,
Come on, man.
No, you're wrong about
Come on,
that.
man.
Because they said, hold on. No, they said, hold on. Because they said the people we want that we actually want teaching are intellectually gifted students. They teach when y'all eating. They teach when y'all eating.
Hey, man, listen.
I enjoyed
They said,
every
no,
minute
no,
of
no.
it.
Hey, man,
We got it.
hey, man,
I enjoyed
listen.
every minute of it.
No.
At least my guy.